Happy Wednesday, church family. We are so excited that you are joining us as we are prepping in Holy Week and leading up to Easter. And today we are going to be looking at the lesson of what Jesus did as he rode into Jerusalem and how the people were just so excited and anticipating his arrival. Now, him arriving into Jerusalem and choosing a donkey was foretold in Zechariah 9:9. And I just wanted to share that with you because the people, they had been waiting hundreds and hundreds of years for Jesus to come, and they knew a Messiah was coming. So let's look at what Zechariah has to say. It says, "Rejoice greatly, daughter Zion. Shout, daughter Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, lowly and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey." Now, Jesus could have chosen any animal he wanted. He could have chosen a giant horse, but Jesus chose to fulfill that prophecy and to ride in on a donkey. And so you have to think, these people, they were so excited. They had been hearing about the miracles that Jesus had been doing on his way to Jerusalem, and now he had finally arrived. And Jesus knew exactly where to send the disciples to find that colt. Now, when they're expecting a king to arrive, they're probably thinking lots of pomp and circumstance and this king to ride in on a horse. But remember, Jesus did choose a donkey. Now, why would he do that? In Bible times, a donkey represented peace and humility. And Jesus wanted to show that he was a king that would ride in on peace and humility. And not only had he come to save them from their enemies, but to save them from themselves. So let's go ahead and look at Matthew 21 and see what the Bible has to say in this text. And I'm going to start on verse 2. Jesus sent the disciples, saying to them, "Go to the village ahead of you, and at once you will find a donkey tied there with her colt by her. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, say that the Lord needs them, and he will send them right away." Now, the disciples went and did just as they were instructed. And they did this because this donkey was to show that Jesus came in peace. So Jesus wanted to show the people that he wasn't just a king who could conquer, but that he was the waiting king that would not just conquer the Romans, but would to save them. Jesus came to save them, not just from the Romans. Jesus had a bigger plan. He came to save the people by dying on the cross, to have a relationship with them. Isn't that just so neat what Jesus did for you and for me? And as Jesus entered Jerusalem, the crowds, they were excited and they were yelling, "Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed be who comes in the name of the Lord." Now, Hosanna means save us, save us. And these people are crying out to Jesus, "Hosanna, save us, you're here to save us." And just a few days later, these would be the same people who would be shouting, "Crucify him, crucify him." And Jesus knew this. Jesus was not surprised by this at all. And Jesus is not even surprised by our circumstances right now. So how do we choose to respond? Jesus knew these would be the same people who are yelling Hosanna that would yell crucify him. But Jesus chose to respond by coming in peace, coming in gentleness, and coming in humility. How will you respond today? Do you have something in your life where you need to respond with a peaceful spirit? What are you facing right now? So church, my prayer for us is that as we're faced with these circumstances, that we would surrender in peace and to be kind to all of those around us. We love you. We're praying for you. Have a great Easter week.